Evening, everybody. Little past my normal upload time, I know. But it's been a busy day. A lot of lawyer and post office and executorship stuff that I had to get done today. And Wednesday is looking like a very similar day. So a little late getting here today. So I see there's some new people. Welcome to the channel. Please help spread the word, because YouTube doesn't like to recommend my videos anymore since the changes. They don't like me very much. Another club that I'm not in. What are you going to do? But it won't stop me from getting the message out. And what I want to talk about in this video is 11 steps of how to get over a narcissist. And we're talking about if you're in a relationship with a narcissist, because a lot can happen when you're in a relationship with a narcissist. You can develop some form of codependency. They can make you feel sorry for them. They'll, of course, crush your self-esteem and make you feel as if, that's the best you can do and you're nothing without them and you must, remain with them because it's the best life you could ever hope for. They'll mess you up about what you're capable of, all kinds of things. So when you first leave a narcissist, you may, you probably will still have feelings for them in a messed up, unhealthy way. And this video is going to give you some advice on how to get over that. And not to mention, once you leave a narcissist, you are very likely going to be dealing with their hoovering attempts too. So let's get into the 11 steps. Number 1, stop obsessing. Stop obsessing about the narcissist, in terms of what could have been, like, could you have helped them? Could you have had something healthy with them? Do you still feel sorry for them? Like, if you had done things differently, could you have, quote, saved them? And the answer is no. So stop obsessing over the narcissist. They are who they are. They like who they are, and they feel entitled to treat people the way they do because of who they are and who they think they are in terms of, like, their importance. So yeah, stop obsessing. You're not going to save them. I've tried. Got a bullet for my thanks. I tried to save a borderline female once when I was 25 and she was 21. Now I have a titanium knee. Yeah. But number 2, avoid trying to rationalize. Stop trying to rationalize their dysfunctional, abusive behavior. The narcissist is going to try to shift blame mostly on you, like, you make me do these things kind of thing. So stop trying to rationalize what they did to you or how they act in general, what their enablers do. It's not your fault, it's them. They feel entitled to treat you and everybody else that way because they believe everybody's purpose is to bow to their every whim. So do not try to rationalize their behavior. Yes, it's wrong. No, it's not normal. And yes, they should be called out and judged on it because they choose to commit these acts, do these actions of their own free will. It's thought out, it's calculated. It's not due to a chemical imbalance. It's their choice, their free will. Find ways to cope with your anxiety. Whether you have anxiety or not, you're going to have some higher level of anxiety, in the aftermath of leaving a narcissistic relationship, because the narcissist probably kept you on edge for months or years, depending how long you're with them, because they always have you walking on eggshells, because you never know it's going to set off a narc, because, something that they contradict themselves constantly. So something that they said, like some made up rule that they made that, you appease them and follow, 2 days later, it could be totally different. You never know. So, you have to find ways to cope with your anxiety, because you're always on edge. You're always on eggshells because you never know what's going to set them off, when it's going to happen, who's going to be around. So any little action you do that slightly displeases them can send them into a narcissistic rage. And now that you are removed from that situation and no contact, you got to find ways to cope with your anxiety. Meditation, yoga, certain types of music may help you, perhaps video games, going to the gym, whatever it is. It varies person to person, but re-engage with those things. Number 4, keep busy. you got to keep your mind off the narcissist as much as possible. Obviously, your mind's going to drift there, but the narcissist has kept you down for so long and made you feel incapable of doing things that you probably enjoy. So, to keep your mind off the narcissist and to re engage with things that you like and perhaps people, you should do that. And that'll help you get over the narc faster. Number 5, don't blame yourself. Don't blame yourself for the narcissist's actions. It's not you. It's a pattern of behavior for them that they feel entitled to. So you can't go accepting like, oh, I didn't do enough for this person, or a lot of narcissists will hide behind, well, they were abused too. Yeah, but they chose to continue the abuse instead of breaking the cycle. I'm a son of a borderline. I chose to break the cycle. It's a choice for them. Perhaps in this sense with blaming yourself, you have developed some codependency and your self-esteem issues need to be examined. So really be honest with yourself if you, in a way, as the target, have been enabling the narcissist in some way and formed some codependence. 6, focus on self-love. So after being with a narcissist for any length of time, your self-esteem is going to be in the toilet. So you're going to want to work on re-engaging yourself with your abilities, your own confidence, your own goals, things that the narcissist told you you were not capable of in order to keep you down, in order to keep you trapped and subservient to them. And yes, that was their motive all along. It's not that it's like, you couldn't do that. It's, no, they know you could. And if you did, that would break you free of them. And thus they would lose their narcissistic supply, which it's the most precious thing to a narcissist. 7, prioritize your pleasure. Now, dysfunctional relationships are a lot of times involve dysfunctional sex. Beware the sexual narcissist. I did a video about that. Narcissists especially like to use sex as a power tool because they are junkies of desire and pleasure. So in other words, prioritize your pleasure in this sense is that a narcissist is most likely sexually only focused on their needs, and them getting off, and also probably degrading and exploiting you, getting you to do sexual acts that you're not comfortable with and making you feel like you can't say no, and, allowing them to go through with it anyway. That is like, that's like a speedball for a narcissist. So you want to be careful for the algorithm here. Do things that are pleasurable to you without a narcissist or a person like a narcissist there degrading you and getting off on it. You get me? Yeah. So focus on your pleasure and keep in mind that, in your next relationship, your pleasure matters too. It's supposed to be a partnership. It's not about you pleasing them and doing whatever they say when they say. 8, kind of weird one, but acknowledge your jealousy. Most narcissists replace their exes within weeks. So while you're still struggling with these lingering feelings for the narc, you don't want to be jealous of whoever their new victim is. And yes, it's a victim because, as I've said previously, and I'm going to say it again, a narcissist is never your partner. They are your master. So do not be jealous of whoever their new victim is. And keep in mind, this will be the early stages of that narcissistic relationship. And you may be a little jealous, like, well, he's taking her here and this and that. Remember, early stages is the love bombing stage of narcissism. You know from your experience that that doesn't last, that how bad it's going to get and how fast it deteriorates. So you have to remind yourself of that and not to be jealous of the, couple weeks of, really decent treatment that should continue that a narcissist will give to their new victim. That's just, that's just trying to suck them in, get them in bed, and get them to be like, aren't I the greatest thing ever? Nah, you won't break free for 6 months now. I actually know a narcissist who flat out told me that and gave me his playbook verbally. This was a while ago. I didn't know what narcissism was. And I was also 21 at the time, and this guy was 35, mid-30s, and famous. Complete ass, too. Yeah. 9, stop looking back. Do not look back and constantly be thinking of, oh, but there were good times too. Yeah, but the bad times most likely far outweigh the good times, but yet you're going to focus on that minuscule amount of good times and try to and second guess yourself, like, did I do the right thing? Maybe I could have saved this person. Maybe if I just gave them just one more chance, even though they've already had five, kind of thing. Stop looking back. You have to remember the bad times too, and you have to remember how much more the bad times outweigh the good times. The good times with the narcissist are few and far between, and most of it's in the beginning. Occasionally they'll throw you a bone when they feel you slipping away, but the changes the narcissist says they're going to make never last, and you know that. 10. Let yourself grieve. In other words, give yourself time to acknowledge and accept the fact that you were a victim, that you were abused. You're going to struggle with how did I let this go on for so long? How did I let this happen to me? Why didn't I listen to people who were trying to tell me what a scumbag this person is? You got to grieve through that process. That and the time you wasted on the narcissist, you're never going to get back. And that can be a little tough to deal with. So you have to grieve for, the time you lost wasted on the narcissist. Remember, no contact is the only way to go, particularly in a narcissistic relationship. And that, in essence, is step 11, is to go no contact with the narcissist and to maintain no contact despite their hoovering attempts, what can be difficult. But in order to truly move on and truly recover and get over a narcissistic relationship, you must completely cut that narcissist out of your life and not look back. No matter what they promise to do because they're false promises, or what they say because they're lies, or how much, that time is in your head about the little bit of good times. So keep that in mind. Thank you for making it to the end. Please like and subscribe. Click the notification bell to be notified of my videos, because the algorithm's not going to do it anymore because I'm not important enough and I'm not corporate. If my videos help and you'd like to show your appreciation, please you can send a gratuity via the Super Thanks button or one of the apps found in the About section. Additionally, if you would like to tell your story on this channel or request a specific topic be made, I made a video on how to have that done. It is the video with me in a white t-shirt from my modeling profile. Instructions on how to pay for such service is found within that video, which will be done promptly. The video is obviously made. So remember, trust your intuition. If you are dealing with a narcissist, you have to trust your own intuition about what the situation is really like and not the lies they're telling you. And your integrity is going to tell you to cut that person out because they deserve to be cut out. And if you're an INFJ, it's door slam time. So I hope this was helpful, and I'll be back sometime tomorrow.